Okay, here we are Friday morning, breaking camp down after we had oatmeal for breakfast. Anna put together. And last night we had her freeze-dried chicken and dumplings. And the old jet boil here really pulled through. Instant hot water. Thing is amazing. So today we are putting in 6 miles?
Probably.
About 6 miles. And setting up camp at that place. So everything went really well. We did have a blood-curdling scream at about 10 o'clock at night. I thought it was about 2 o'clock. And there's 3 tents down there, young guys and gals, and I don't know, it's some kind of domestic violence or something. I don't know. I thought a wildcat had gotten them or something. I mean, it's like that. But there was no follow-up. It was a scream of terror or fear, and it wasn't followed by a scream of pain. So I assumed she was just got scared of something. And then we found out afterwards by another camp couple that was equally as freaked out that they heard a guy's voice after that, so they knew it was a domestic thing, which is highly unusual when you're backpacking. Anyways, this is a beautiful place. Our location here, there's a deeper pool right around the corner, and you can see here the sun is just coming up. But we're going to follow the river further on up. The nice thing about that is you don't have to pack in a ton of water. We just filter it once we get to our location. So Trent and I last night scrambled down there and we were able to fill up our water jugs right down there at the beach. All right, later. It's pretty clear, but it's definitely come from snowmelt. So it's going to be very cold. Onward
and upward.
We've had people tell us they've ran into bear. So hopefully we'll see a couple black bear today. A lot of salmon berries out, which they like. And we've seen elk hoofs in the mud. So we should see something. This isn't a very well traveled hiking trail, given that it takes a couple hours, about 2 hours off the main highway just to get here. And speaking of wildlife, it is true, there's wildlife here. Okay, and just like Hoh River, this is facing west, the trailhead, and so it is a rainforest. The only one outside of the equatorial regions. Lots of moss. Yes, you can make a bed of that. spruce trees if you were to make a forest. Globs of moss on all the trees. Green velvet fir trees. The ever-present river.
That was you that I heard. It wasn't a girl screaming domestic violence. We have it on tape.
Is that video?
It's a video. It's captured.
Alright.
Related of the strength of the wind and the storms that pass through this area. Here you're looking at the bottom of trees that have just been blown over. And here's another one and another one in front of that. And a couple more here. So, it's probably wind coupled with the fact that when the river flooded, it loosened up their hold on the earth. It's probably what has happened. And so it's work for the national park. So this is an interesting phenomena here that we see all the time play out in the forest. But you'll see these roots grew sideways, completely sideways. All the way down. Continues into another tree, much bigger, and then it continued sideways, where you can then see the remnants of the fallen tree that all these trees slowly grew out of. All using the nutrients from the falling tree, or kind of like its mother tree, all the way. All the way down to this guy. So, kind of cool. Time to catch up. And the water is nice and clear. Nice place to get water right here. And we were just talking about this tree here. Fell down there, almost hit Anna. Actually, then they had to saw off a piece to get it off the trail. And there's the last chunk of it. So that was a big piece of lumber for sure. So we're getting camp set up. Trent puts the tent up with his tarp underneath, and then I put my sleeping bag next to their tent. And then I'll take this tarp with mine and just kind of string it off his tent over here into some stakes. So if there is some moisture at night. Man, and the moss you cannot touch. It's up there. We're one of 3 ocean. It's when the ranger station gets consumed.
4 fathers did it.
It's just the way I have spoken. We are getting our nightly water at the river.
There's Anna up there.
And
Right here.
Anna's right behind us. Where'd she go?
Right here.
Way over there?
Say hi, Anna. We're getting water.
We're getting our filtered water. Put that on. And we are filling up our 3rd container right now, which is this guy.
It's half full already.
And then we're just gonna boil it, and we'll add it to Anna's free-dries confections. There you go. And that'll be our dinner. And then after what, 7.5 miles today, we'll be sleeping very well on our moss beds. So
Yeah.
that's kind of it.
Which you already saw those ones.
And now I'm gonna flip this. Can I flip that around? How do no, so I guess I can do it this way. There's the river, our beautiful view. The river going downhill to the Pacific Ocean. So, this is it. Okay, later. What are you gonna do?
Do you think I can skip this rock?
I do.
No, I can't not do it. Okay.
I did that jump twice.
It skipped once. Here, I'm gonna do it again with this guy right here.
One more?
One more.
I'm running out of video time for you. Okay. Go. No. I'll say yes to that one. I'll say no to that one. That was a sinker. 2 sinkers. Unfortunately, you cannot eat them, but they look cool. Like an asteroid floating through space with a strange light form. Here it goes. Floating through space. Okay, here we are, day 3 on the trail. And I finally woke up about 2 hours after they've been up. Had a heck of a time sleeping last night. Just a little too cold. Summer bag was just not quite adequate. So tomorrow or tonight I'll sleep with socks on and my jacket and I'll be fine. But I also had a little mouse friend who ran across my hand, and then I felt him on my hair and I shooed him away. And I guess this is where he went to. He came over and ripped up my toilet paper in a fit of anger, I surmise, paying me back for my rudeness of not letting him get in my sleeping bag with me and warm up. You know, mice can be very vindictive. So now we're eating oatmeal.
And I'm trying to figure out whether I maybe shouldn't be eating dehydrated sweet potatoes, because as a hiker earlier told us, turns out if you eat certain foods, they can expand in your stomach.
Yes.
Of course, her story was about her father trying to nurse baby gerbils with raw egg and flour, and they ended up
on bread, right? Was it?
No,
bread
it was
dipped
he accidentally made bread in their stomachs.
Oh, it's just flour dipped in egg.
Flour and raw egg.
And he fed each gerbil directly each night by himself.
And then he put them in a nice warm spot where they could leaven and pop, pop, pop. Woke up the next morning and I feel it.
What did he put a
little heat pad.
little heat pad underneath and to keep them warm, but it ended up cooking the
Proofed them.
food in their bellies.
They exploded.
And they all exploded.
So it's either the veggie jerky or the sweet potatoes. And I think it's the sweet potatoes, but we'll find out today.
And the reason why we had the conversation with the lady is the night before, there was that blood-curdling scream that kept me up for about an hour afterwards, thinking it happened at 2 in the morning and a wild animal might have attacked someone. And it really happened at 10 p.m., so, you know, shortly after I fell asleep. And the lady, this man, the lady that told us that story was so freaked out by it. And they were closer to the girl who screamed and also heard the guy's voice and all that, so it was a domestic issue. She was so freaked out by it, she wanted to leave, and he asked the three of us to go talk to her and tell her our thoughts about it. And that's when she told us the gerbil story.
It was delightful.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So we don't know if they continued on or not. We haven't seen them, but
you never know. We might see them today.
it was. You never know what kind of stories you'll be told on the road. It's always interesting. Well, later. Some sort of ancient artifact that we came across. I'm not sure what it means.
It's a cairn.
Going to hang up the food since we're going to go for a 7-mile total hike further up along the Quinault River to Enchanted Valley. And so I'm going to hang the food up on the bare wire while we're gone. Yesterday Trent was up in there relieving himself and looked up and there was a bear probably about 50 feet away watching him. Okay, Trent's gonna show us how it's done.
Time to raise the stakes.
Clip it on.
That's what we should do next time. Dried steak.
Ooh, freeze-dried steak. Freeze-dried ribeye.
Yeah.
Take steaks and put them in the dehydrator.
Dehydrated steak.
I do
my
that
gosh.
because it'd be a giant piece of beef jerky.
It'd be pretty good.
It's some expensive jerky, man. Okay, there's someone else's food already up there, and we're done. There we go. Good job. Later. This would be the flood bank, and then up above, Trent said a lot of wildlife. So that's where all the berry bushes are. And we got bear hikers coming up.
Time to go. Yeah, there it is, all the way back there.
See, look at all these layers. And they get thinner and thinner as they go out. Like that right there. Right there. It's like 100 years ago, right there. Which means about 1, 2, 300 years ago. What was the year 300 years ago?
Oh, before the revolution.
Yeah, right
We
there.
were farmers on the East Coast.
Which means right about here, right around this area, medieval times.
Yeah. They just sit until they completely decompose into
Dirt.
into soil basically. I was gonna say into nice bark, and they come in here and harvest it for people's lawns, but no, they just decompose into nothing. And here's the rest of this tree off into the river. Here's a nice baby forest, and it's all rooted on the mother tree. Which fell decades ago, most likely. Substantial stream, really. You can kind of see it up in the woods there. We're still fairly soaked in. Close to Enchanted Valley. Right now I'd call it kind of a mystical valley with this cool weather. This is almost August here, so we're in a rainforest. Enchanted Valley, and it really is enchanting. Just vertical waterfalls coming off the cliff side of the mountains right into some glacier there. There's 3 glaciers there. You got the cabin or whatever it is built there, and it's just phenomenal. The peaks keep going up, but you can't see them right now. They're covered by cloud. And then the river's right there.